Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a tool review. Just took this battery cable off the Jeep and you can see it has seen better days. That's what's left of the nut that holds it together. And this is after cleaning it up with some water and baking soda. But I need to replace that end, so I ordered an end and some crimping tools and things like that. So let's take a look at what we've got. I ordered one of these, beat on it with a hammer crimping tools. I'd probably prefer one of the hydraulic ones, but this is a lot cheaper. And I got some ends here. The idea is that I'll just put a lug onto the end here, and then heat shrink that on, and it will go onto one of these terminals. These terminals, I was real disappointed when I got them. They seem pretty small and craft-tastic, but I guess you get what you pay for. Take a look at these. You can see how they're not terribly thick, but it should probably work. So the idea is that this has a stud on it, and then I can take one of these lugs, put it on the end of the larger cable and clamp it down. Now the small one, I actually am going to put another lug on one of those. I do have a hydraulic tool that will do up to, I think, 10 gauge, maybe 8 gauge. So I'll use it to put the lug on the end of this. And just because if I don't trust it after smashing it with one of these, I also bought some solder so I can flow solder down in behind the wire and hold that on. So I'm going to cut this off, clean it up, and let's test out some of these tools. All right, so I stripped this and cleaned it. I'm going to take this lug and put it on here with this tool. Now, worth mentioning, this is not sponsored or anything. I just found one that wasn't the absolute cheapest. Went kind of one up from that. Paid for it out of my own pocket. That's why I didn't go with the hydraulic one, because I don't do this that often. This goes in here like this. And then I assume we probably want to center it. Maybe we smash it in a couple of places. Now, generally speaking, I think what you do is you put this in here and then you beat on it with a hammer up here to smack that down. But I can't see any reason I can't just put this into the vise and use the vise to squeeze that. This is copper. It should smash down pretty easily. So I'm going to go with that because I feel like I've got a bit more control. So I'm just going to open up the vise, put this into it, and then put this in and squeeze it closed. Now, I also noticed that this is for a 1/0 cable. If I can get that to focus and show you. You can see right here it says it's for 1/0. This is definitely not 1/0 cable, so there is a lot of slop in there. Of course, I've already taken this thing off, and well, can't drive anywhere until I get this back on, so I guess 1/0 is the way I'm going to go. First, I'll go look and see if I've got anything in one of my drawers that is closer to the right size, but otherwise, 1/0 it shall be. Well, as I suspected, everything else that I have is too small, so I'm going to put this down in, smash it, and then I am going to backfill this with solder just to make sure that it's done. I will say, that seems like a really good mechanical bond in there. I think I'm just going to do the one, and then like I say, I'm just going to heat that thing up with a torch, and then pour solder right into that joint. I'm going to put heat down here and let it creep up so as to try to not burn this insulation. So we'll just heat it up until it's hot enough to pour solder in. I'm just going to put a piece of heat shrink over that and we're good to go. Not gonna lie, that worked well enough. I'm just gonna do the same thing with this 8 gauge. I'm just gonna use the same tool, crimp it down with that in the vise, and then put solder into it. All right, I'm just going to put them on like this. I will put Loctite on that to make sure it stays put, but what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put it in the vehicle first, tighten this down. That way I can get these aimed where it makes sense for where they run. So I'll go put this in the vehicle, then we'll tighten it down, and we'll be done. And there we have it, job complete. I would definitely recommend putting something like this in your toolbox if you do much automotive work. They aren't expensive and they do a really good job. That's it. Thanks for watching.